Hello and welcome to this session, friends. My name is Yogesh Kumar. In this session, we are going to talk about one of the Amazon Cloud topic, which is how to recover EC2 instances from failures. As a cloud admin or DevOps engineer, if you know how you can perform recovery operation, that's the best thing. So, as an introduction, friends, Amazon services are redundant across multiple regions and availability zones across world. But still, friends, there are chances that your instance gets unhealthy or unserviceable due to some reasons. I have listed a couple of reasons here. Maybe you got your instance terminated due to some error. Terminated mean deleted, or you can say decommissioned. By mistake, you click terminate button. So that can happen. Or let's say some file system corruption happens due to any reason and you are not able to boot your instance. Because in Amazon, you are accessing instance by SSH. You don't have actual console access. Third reason, let's say the underlying hardware that gets failed or degraded, due to which your instance or your let's say EBS service is not responding. So these are scenarios I thought at primary level, and these are as per my actual experience. Okay, I have also listed a couple of instance recovery scenarios which we are going to discuss in this session. So first scenario which I'm going to discuss, that is instance failure due to underlying hardware failures. So friends, when any underlying hardware fail, recover action is triggered from Amazon end. What recover action? It checks, okay, something is bad with the underlying hardware, and that recover action tries to move the instance from unhealthy hardware to new healthy hardware. I'm repeating, the recover action tries to move your instance from a unhealthy hardware to a healthy hardware. As of now, the recover action is only supported on following instance types: C3, C4, M3, M4, R3, R4, T2, and X1. This information I got from Amazon website. To stay tuned with the latest supported instances where recover action is supported, you can always visit Amazon website. Again, one thing for your information, the recover action will attempt to recover the affected instance maximum 3 times. If that recovery is not successful due to some reason, then instance need to be manually stopped and started. What stop mean? When you stop your instance and start it again, it automatically gets powered on a healthy hardware. So it will not use the physical hardware which is already degraded or unhealthy. That's Amazon thing. So in that way your instance will be booted from a healthy hardware. Okay. Next scenario which I thought, and which is a common scenario: recover terminated instance or recover instance with corrupted file system. So friends, let's say you are a cloud admin. Someone requests you, okay, decommission this particular instance, and you click terminate button. Your instance is terminated or decommissioned. But after some time, let's say after a couple of hours or couple of days, someone says, okay, this instance was running this particular application, so we have to recover this instance. In Amazon way, by default, if you terminate or decom any instance, that cannot be recovered. I'm saying it cannot be recovered, but there are a couple of other ways we can recreate that instance with actual setting or actual configuration, you can say. Or second scenario I'm taking as part of, you can say, sub-scenario of this particular part. If, let's say, some file system corruptions happen at your instance and you are not able to boot your instance, because that's a usual thing, right? And you don't have console, so you have to recover your instance. So friends, in the enterprise setups for critical Amazon instances, where we know, okay, this instance is playing a critical role, generally we enable snapshot of that instance at particular timings. Let's say you are taking snapshot of your instance on daily basis and you are keeping 1 or 2 snapshots. The old snapshots you are deleting, and that process can be automated. You can write a script or you can use any tool for this purpose. So what is the benefit of snapshot? One thing I want to tell before that, snapshot based recovery is really useful when your instance is not booting, as I mentioned, due to some file system corruption, or you have terminated your instance and you want to recover it with the actual file system configuration. And other thing, if you have to recover a couple of files from your old snapshot, so you can use snapshot. What is snapshot? Snapshot is basically point-in copy of your Amazon volume. Volume is similar to disk, and snapshot is just a snap or point-in copy of that particular volume. I've listed a couple of benefits of using snapshot-based recovery. First thing, it's very quick and you can say speedy recovery, because your snapshot always remain at Amazon end. So you are just calling or restoring your snapshot from Amazon, because that is not going to be some file-based or network-based recovery. Then very low effort. Snapshot recovery is very quick. You have to just type couple of commands and your snapshot or your volume is recovered from snapshot. Third point, I have added guarantee of data consistency. What it means, when you take snapshot, that is point in time copy. So when snapshot is taken, that particular data can be recovered 100%. So that's a beneficial thing. Then again, another benefit, snapshots are replicated to different regions, or you can say multiple regions. Multiple region is a correct word. I have written different, but that's multiple regions. So there is no single point of failure, because Amazon volumes where snapshot is kept, or you can say Amazon storage, that is replicated across multiple regions and availability zones. Along with benefits, friends, there are a couple of drawbacks. I can't say basically these are drawbacks, but these are some financial things which you have to consider before enabling snapshot based recovery, that snapshot consumes same amount of size of actual volume. Let's say you got 100 GB volume and you're taking snapshot of that volume. So your snapshot is going to consume 100 GB, same size. And let's say if you got policy, you have to keep 7-day snapshot. What it means, you are going to consume 700 GB, which is something you don't want. So you have to stick with a policy or some guideline. Okay, you will keep snapshot for 1 day or 2 days, something. So again, that is going to cost. That's the reason in enterprise companies, snapshot is only enabled for critical file system, which you know these can't be recovered, or these are some file system which need to be recovered very quickly. Otherwise, you can use your normal legacy backup and recovery techniques using any backup software. Let's say IBM clients for backup and recovery, or Semantic Net Backup, or HP Data Protector. There are multiple tools available in market. Again, if you see this particular note, I'm saying there are multiple softwares available in Amazon market space for snapshot recovery purposes. So they are tailored by keeping Amazon recovery, snapshot recovery in view. So they can also help, but I'm not sure whether these tools are free or you have to pay on instance basis or volume basis, or you can get a bulk license. I'm not sure. So you have to explore Amazon marketplace for this information. Okay, in lab, what we are going to do. So let's say you got one EC2 instance, its root partition or file system gets corrupted due to some reason, and you are not able to boot your instance. So we will do this lab to recover that EC2 instance from the snapshot. What are the prerequisites? Like snapshot of required volume. In this case, this instance got root volume or operating system volume, So its snapshot need to be pre-existing, then only you can recover this EC2 instance from snapshot, right? I have listed recovery steps at high level. They are stop the instance if recovering root volume. In case you are recovering some data volume or non-root volume, you can do that recovery online. But for root, you have to stop your instance. Next task I have listed, create a new volume from the snapshot, then attach it to instance, then you start your instance, and that's done. At the end, you have to validate the configuration, everything looks okay or not. So that was theoretical things, friends. Let's begin our technical session. Here you can see my screen. This is my Ansible it's my Amazon management server. So let me jump onto root directory. So it will not confuse me. This is Ansible or Amazon. This is Amazon management server. Okay, so first thing, let's see how many instances we got in our setup. For that purpose, I can run AWS EC2. Okay, AWS EC2 describe instances. This is the command, and I'm saying give me output in table format because that looks clean. I'm not going to script it, otherwise I could have taken it in text format. It's instances. So if you see this CLI gives option, okay, option need to be instances. I believe this time it will work. Okay friends, so this is our Amazon instance. I got only single instance for this demo purpose, and this is the information about instance. This is the instance ID. Okay, so what I'm doing, I have opened a notepad, so I'm taking the inputs here. This is my instance ID. Then next thing, I need root volume. My root volume is dev SDA1, if you see this particular thing. So let me jump to root volume section here. I believe I missed it, where it is. Okay, yep, here it is. Device SDA, this is the volume ID, right? So let me open volume ID, or this is my original volume. Why I have kept word original? Because I'm just keeping the information, okay, what was my original configuration. So friends, we have to recover this instance, let's say. What I will do, first thing, as I mentioned, we have to enable snapshots. So right now I don't have any script which is taking snapshots on regular basis because this is my lab server. For demo, I'm going to take a snapshot manually of my root volume. So I'm running command AWS EC2 create snapshot, and I'm saying of which volume snapshot need to be taken. I'm saying volume ID, and this is my volume, which is my root volume. And you can put some description to snap so you can easily identify what was the purpose of snap. Description. In description, I'm saying this is my root snap. That's for information purpose only. Pressing enter. Okay. If you see friends, volume size, that's 10 GB. So automatically snap will consume 10 GB, whatever the volume size. And this is the snap ID which we got. If you want to check state of snapshot, you can run like AWS EC2 describe snapshot followed by snapshot ID. Here I believe it needs to be snapshots because sometimes it becomes confusing at Amazon end whether snapshot or snapshot. Yep, snapshots. If you see, snapshot state is completed and volume size will be 10 GB. So snapshot is consuming almost same size of actual EC2 volume. Friends, with recovery tool, a couple of tools are intelligent. They will only consume the size, whatever the actual space utilization in that volume. Let's say you got 10 GB volume, but out of 10 GB only 2 GB is utilized. So your snapshot would be 2 GB. But there are multiple tools and they are basically paid tools. Okay, I'm not going to discuss those in this demo session. This is only how you can recover your instance using snapshot. So friends, one thing, we got our snapshot ID, right? So as I mentioned, in this session we are going to recover our root volume. So for this purpose, let me jump to this section. Let me grab my public IP of Amazon instance. Here is my public IP. So let me make some corruption. Manually I'm going to corrupt my file system for this demo. I'm logging to as EC2 user on my instance, and if you remember in my previous videos I have mentioned how you can create your passwordless SSH keys, or you can use your custom key pair on Amazon. So that's the reason it is not asking me my private key, because I already did that setup. So I'm elevating my privileges, becoming root here. Okay, I am root. So let me corrupt my operating system. I am running rm-rf. Don't run this on your production setup. This is only my demo setup, so I'm just destroying everything. So yeah, it is saying it is dangerous. So let me destroy etc. etc is destroyed. Let me destroy my dev. Yeah, if you see most of the stuff is destroyed. Yeah, if you see I'm not able to run any command, right? Because I have destroyed etc. So friends, let's assume your system is corrupted now. Let me reboot it now. Even if you see my system cannot be rebooted, so that's actual corruption happened, right? Or reboot is not, I'm not able to reboot, init 0, nothing is possible. So let me exit. So this system is corrupted, right? We got our actual scenario. System is corrupted. So now we have to recover the system. So let me copy snapshot ID here. So it will give all the required information. This was the snapshot ID. This was, sorry. I'm pasting it here. Why we need snapshot ID? Because from this snapshot we are going to recover our server. Okay, this is snapshot ID. So instance is not working. If I try to log into this instance, I am not able to log in. Why? Because I've destroyed or damaged my root file system manually. So now what's next step to recover? As I mentioned, first we need to stop the instance. So for that purpose we need our instance ID. I'm copying instance ID from here, because from Amazon, and we can power off this server. Even from OS we can, but due to corruption we are not able to shut down the server inside OS. So I'm using Amazon CLI to power off this server forcefully. So I'm using stop instances followed by dash instance ID, and this is instance ID, pressing enter. Yeah, if you see previous state was running, now it is getting stopped. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. This instance will automatically get stopped. Or you can run describe instances command. So if you see, still state code is stopping. So in this instance is not stopped yet. So let's wait for this instance to stop. Why this time this instance is taking long time to stop? Because its file system is corrupt. So we have to wait for this instance to stop. Okay friends, that's good. If you see on my screen, the instance is stopped now. Because if you see, this state code is 80, which is stopped. So that's good thing. Our instance is stopped now. So next thing we have to do, we know this root disk is corrupted. So first thing, because the root disk is not usable in our case now, because that got corrupted data. We already have snapshot for doing the recovery. So let me do one thing. Let me destroy the root disk, because that is unnecessarily consuming 10 GB of my Amazon space. I don't need it because I'm 100% sure that is corrupted one. So first thing I have to do EWS EC2 detach volume. Before deleting the volume, I have to detach it. And I'm saying volume ID. Volume ID, and the volume ID, I'm just copying it from my notepad. That's the reason I kept all the outputs. This was my original, which got corrupted now. Means I corrupted it, it automatically not got corrupted. So let me detach this volume. You can detach root volume only when your instance is in powered off state. On a running instance, you can't power off root, you can't detach root volume. So this is getting detached. Let's wait for a couple of seconds. Detach process is usually very fast. I believe this would have detached. So now next step, delete the volume. So AWS EC2 delete volume ID, pressing enter. Okay, if you see this command finished successfully, you can also verify exit code. It's 0, so this means this volume is deleted. To get more confirmation whether that volume actually got deleted, you can repeat that command. There is no harm. Because volume is not existing, so this command will return error. If you see, it is saying the volume does not exist. It means volume is deleted. That's again confirmation. Now friends, there is no root drive or root volume on our instance. So from snapshot, which is pre-configured thing or you have manually taken, we have to recover our server now. So for that, we need to create a volume from that snapshot. So I'm going to use command AWS EC2 create volume. In this command, I'm saying input would be snapshot. So I'm saying snapshot ID. I'm copying snapshot ID from here, which we created manually. Control C and pasting here. And the minimum thing which we need, that's availability zone. In which availability zone you want to create volume. So I'm choosing same availability zone of my instance. So my availability zone is US West 2. Pressing enter here. If you don't specify any custom size by default, it will take whatever the snapshot size, it will create volume of that size. That's my requirement now. It is giving error that snapshot ID. Okay, error is, let's check error. Snapshot ID, this one, unknown options. Why it is saying unknown option? Okay, create volume, snapshot ID. Okay friends, there is typo. I found it. Sorry for this one. It's snapshot ID. I mentioned snapshot ID. Let's repeat this command. This time it should go successful. Okay, still error. It is saying the region not exist. Why this error? Availability is on US West 2. So that's the right region. Okay, let me cross check. It is saying this region does not exist. So let me check what is my actual region. So I can run command describe instances. In this command you will get your region. So here region is okay, region. Okay, this is availability zone, friends. I have to mention availability zone. I was saying region because we have to specify availability zone. Because if you see this command, I'm saying availability zone. So volume need to be created in availability zone, not in a region. So I'm saying, okay, this is my availability zone, pressing enter. This time it should work. If it's still not working, that's something wrong. Okay, so if you see now it is creating a volume from this snapshot. The snapshot which we took, this is going to be new volume ID. I'm copying this volume ID. This is 10 GB volume. If you see size, I believe it is not showing size. And volume, okay, size is here 10 GB. Sizes are in GB always. and volume type standard. If you want some different type of volume, let's say you want GP2, you want IO, or any other type of volume, you can specify volume type. But for this demo, I'm just sticking with the default options. And generally for root file system, GP2 volume is recommended. But that's fine if in this demo I'm going with this particular volume type. Okay, I got my volume. Next thing, I have to attach this volume to my Amazon EC2 instance, right? So for this one, I need to run this command, AWS EC2 attach volume. Then I have to say volume ID. Which volume? Because every volume got a unique identifier, which is volume ID. Then to which instance? Instance ID would be the instance, our instance. So our instance is, this is the instance ID, right? I'm just copying it. Okay, now we have to say as which device it need to be attached. So root device is dev SDA1, that's Amazon behavior. Why I choose SDA1? Because if you see, when we took the snapshot, we checked what was the volume type. Let me show you here. If you see here, device name was dev SDA1 before deleting that volume. So we are following same way. So I'm saying connected as device /dev /SDA1, pressing enter. Okay, so volume is attaching. Let's describe our instance to check what is happening now. Okay, so let's check volume thing. Okay, if you see, this is our new volume ID, right, ending with FE. This is our new volume which is attached now. If you see, status is attached, so volume is attached successfully, and its device is dev SDA1. Let's verify we attached right volume, because we got only single volume. I'm sure we attached right one, but EEFE is ending. EEFE is new volume which we created. Recovered, you can say, or newly created, that's up to you what looks appropriate to you. So friends, in the recovery is done. So now to verify whether recovery got completed without any issue, or any issue is still there, we have to boot this instance, right? Because this instance is in power off state. So start instances. So I'm just putting in new instance ID, not new, the actual instance ID, because this is my old instance. Okay, pressing enter. Okay, now it was stopped, but now it is in pending state, which means it is booting now. You can repeat this command, there is no harm, because if your instance is already started, it will stay started. So still it is in pending state, so let's wait for some time. Okay, if you see, I repeated this command. This time it is saying instance is already running. So if you repeat this command, instance is already running, this is going to do nothing, but it is going to tell you message. This was previous state, this is now current state. Okay, because I'm using public VPC, so my public IP is going to be changed if I reboot this instance, that Amazon behavior. So I have to get my instance public IP. To get instance public IP, I'm just saying describe EC2 instances, and okay, so here I will get my public IP. Okay, this is my public IP, right? So let's log into this server. Let's try to ping whether this server is reachable on network or not. If you see I'm able to ping, it means my operating system is up. So it means my recovery is successful. To validate, I have to log into server. SSH EC2 user at instance IP, saying yes. Woohoo! Friends, if you see, we are logged into our instance. df-h ls minus l slash etc. If you see etc is there, so it means we have recovered successfully from the root file system corruption or any reason. So that was recovery for your root file system. Let's say, friends, if you got some other application file system on your server, you want to recover it, so you have to follow same procedure. Only thing, you don't need to power off your instance, you can run it online. So what you will do, if your your application file system which is on different volume, that is critical, you will take regular snapshot of that one in case some file system corruption happen and you are not able to recover the file system using file system check, FSCK, or some other reason, other utility, then you can restore that file system from snapshot. So simply what you have to do, you have to detach your existing disk and you have to create new volume from your snapshot, attach that volume to your instance and validate. That's it, friends. So I hope you have learned something from this session. If you have any query, any suggestion, or you want to share any other information, you have my YouTube channel. Just leave a comment there. Thank you for watching this video, friends. Stay tuned for latest updates. Thank you.